How you doing? Welcome to your recovery stretch, your sort of day off. I'm going to run you through a full stretch. Now I'm going to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds or so. If you want to, you can hit pause and hold them for longer, no problem at all. I won't do the full 2 minutes purely because we'll be here forever and be sitting here and you might get a bit bored with me, but I'll do each one for 30 seconds and then you can do what you want. But 30 seconds is adequate, but if you have the time, want to do it for longer, feel free to go for longer. So we're going to start here like this. Now you're not at your maximum yet. I'm at a comfortable position. Just sitting here, we're going to slowly increase over time. We won't do every stretch that's available. I'll do a few of these and then you can choose between them, but today we'll call this recovery stretch number 1. So what I want you to do every time we try to go further, I want you to take a breath in and breathe out. So we're going to do that now. We take a breath in, breathe out, and just try and get another centimetre, 2 centimetres, whatever you're comfortable with. Now, whenever I put my hands on the ground, if you can't, it's okay. Stay where you are. You might want to have a fit ball here or some blocks, whatever you choose to make it more comfortable for you. You don't have to be in this position. Okay, so you find something to lean on if you need to. Okay, from here, if you can, you're going to put your hands to the ground. Even if you come forward a little bit, you're going to come forward like that. Otherwise, we can sit to here, and if you can put your elbows to the ground, like so. We're not trying to bend our back too much. We're trying to do a hip hinge and bend from the hips. And just hold this position. Feel free to relax. I'll tell you when we move in next. So just breathe and relax. You can rock back and forward slightly. Okay, what I want you to do is come up slowly. And what we're going to do, best you can, you're going to turn towards one side. It doesn't matter if you don't do the same side as me. Now again, if you want to have blocks here, your yoga blocks to lean your hands on, go for it, or anything you want to lean on to make it more comfortable. But find a position that works for you. You might be back here. That's okay. Start where you want to start. We're not at our maximum yet. We're just going to sit in this position. When we lean forward, I want you to think chest to knee, not head. So I want you to take a breath in, breathe out, and lean your chest to your knee and hold at a position that gives you tension but not pain. Relax into it. Don't force it too much. It should be a little bit uncomfortable but not pain. I don't want you to be in agony sitting here. We are trying to stretch the muscles. This is a static stretch we're doing. We're not doing dynamic today. This is your recovery day. We're just trying to take a good length of time to do a good static stretch. Okay, slowly come up. Put your hands down. Now, best you can, come up. We're going to turn to the other side. This is very martial arts sort of related style stretching that I have done for many, many years since I was a little kid, 11 years old, but good for anyone, for your hips, hamstrings, everywhere. I'm going to slide that out, and again, hands on blocks or ball, whatever works for you. Hands down. Remember, think about your chest to your knee, not your head. If you want, you can do a small bounce, which is like a ballistic stretch. Very small and safe. Just a little bit back and forward. If you're new to stretching, take it very easy. We don't want to stretch until we're too sore. Stretching like working out, you can overdo it and you'll be very sore the next day. I wouldn't advise stretching hard every day at all. A couple of times a week. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to the middle with our hands, best we can, come up, and then I'm going to sit down. And a lot of people have trouble doing it this way. You find a way you can to sit back, like so. I'll wait here until you're ready. I'll assume you're all down here by now. What we're going to do is sit tall. We're going to walk our hands out slightly. We're going to hold. We're not at our maximum yet. You might be back here. That's okay. What I don't want is this. I want head up, chest out, and just walking forward. Good. Hold this position. We try to hold for long enough until we get somewhat comfortable there. Then we take a breath in, breathe out, and we go further. So we're trying to work our way towards the ground. A nice goal will be like doing this like a pancake, flat to the ground, chest to the ground. That would be your pretty much your ultimate goal, but it's not necessary to be that flexible to be healthy. You can get to wherever you're comfortable and you'll be fine. Okay, let's take a breath in. We can come back slightly. We breathe out and we go further forward. I'm not quite on my elbows yet. I take my time. I want to get there safely. I don't want to cause injury. Hold this position. I tend to do a lot of these for about 3 movements, 3 to 4 movements by the time I get to my maximum. So anywhere you're trying to get to, think about that. Dividing it into 4, 3, whatever works for you, but don't force it from position 1 to maximum. Take your time. Okay, let's do that again now. We're going to breathe in, breathe out. So now I'm down here. For me, this is my maximum with good technique, comfortably. I'm not hunched over. My chest is up still. I don't want you in that hunched over position. Keep your head up, relax. We just hold here now. Try and relax. A lot of people tense up when they stretch. Remember to breathe. If you hold your breath, it's a lot harder. Breathe through it. Just relax, let it loose, and let everything fall. Think loose. Don't think tight. Think loose. See, I'm doing a little bit of movement here, a little bit of rocking back and forth. Just trying to force a little bit of extra mobility and flexibility. Two different sort of things. Mobility is more related to, I would say, your joints. Flexibility is more related to your muscles. Probably in simplest terms to explain it. What mobile joints and what flexible muscles. They both cross over a little bit, but there is a difference. What we're going to do now is come back slowly. We're going to put our hands behind. We're going to take a breath in and we're going to try and push our hips forward a little bit from there. So we breathe in, breathe out, and increase. Like so. Good. There we go. Now we go through the same process again. So today's one's very much hip related, hamstring related. It's a lot of lower body. We'll do a little bit of upper body, but I would say most people's tightest places are hips, hamstring, quads, things like that, compared to their upper body. On an average, we all have tight areas, but a lot of people have a big lack of range of movement in their hips. So we want to work on that. So now we're going to go forward again. So we're on step 2, but stage 1 again. Now we're going to breathe and go forward. So we breathe in, breathe out. Hold. Just relax. Don't tense up. You can close your eyes. I'll talk to you when I want you to move. Just sit there and relax. Ready? We're going to do that again. We're going to come back to the top. We're going to take a deep breath in and breathe out and try and go past this point towards your maximum. So we come back slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out. So now I'm back to my elbows, but I'm actually further because my legs are further apart. So we break it all down into steps and hold. A little bit of movement. Like I said, you can hold these for longer, no problem at all. This is a fairly long time, but if you want to do longer stretches, push the little pause button, do it, and then move to the next one. Okay, we're going to slowly come back up. We never want to release too quickly, so we just come back up slowly. Now, we're going to bring our legs in. You're going to feel this is going to be uncomfortable because your muscles have been fully stretched and now they're going to retract, so we take our time. We're just going to lean back slowly. It's going to all feel like pretty tight, uncomfortable. And I want you to do is just bring it up the front, shake it off. Now, one I like to do from here just to feel like almost put the hips back where they were is I'll put my feet up to here and I'll just rock. For me, this works really well. What we're going to do now is do the outside. So we tend to have done sort of the inside there and your hamstrings, a little bit of your hips. But now let's do more of the glute area. So we're going to put one leg out. You can do the mirror image of me, leg straight. Then we're going to bring this leg over like so. Now whatever leg you have over, the opposite hand is going to wrap around as tight as you can. Other hand over top, however you want. You're going to pull that knee towards this shoulder and then rotate the opposite way of this leg. So I turn. Now you should feel a good stretch around the outside. around here, around your glutes, that IT band, all this area around here. Pull that knee across, sit tall, rotate, look towards behind you. Hold. And we're going to do the same again. We're going to release. Then we breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to pull it again and turn further. Same process as before. Okay, let's release that slowly. That leg out, and change legs. Sit tall, leg across, nice and tight. Again, opposite hand. If you have your left knee, it's right arm, and vice versa. Wrap it around, pull that knee in tight. Here, anyone jiu-jitsu out there might recognize this sort of position. Okay, we're gonna pull this hand in, and then we're gonna rotate towards the shoulder. Breathing out, don't hold your breath. And take it easy. You'll feel a big stretch around here, especially if you're tight in this area. Don't pull too hard. Okay, let's do a release and try and go further. So we let the pressure off, we breathe in, and then breathe out and pull further. Good, breathe, relax. Like I said, you can close your eyes. I'll talk to you when I want you to move. You don't need to watch once you're in position. Okay, let's release slowly. Now what I want you to do is bring your feet together. So, like you're back at school sort of. Grab under your feet, sit tall. And we're going to little bounce, push these knees down. And from here, we're going to grab our shins. We're going to place our elbows on our legs. And we're going to drive our knees forward. But we sit tall. So what I don't want you to do is hunch down like this. I still want you to sit tall. Drive these knees down with your elbows. Push hard. Okay, now relax. What do? Breathe in, do it again. Breathe out. This can be a good partner one, a PNF stretch, to have someone to help you with your stretching. Essentially, that's what PNF is, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. In other words, having someone help you, or weights on you, whatever it be. Okay. Nice. Come out. Straighten those legs up. Okay, so we've done a lot of this area in here. What we're going to do now is roll into a prone position, which is on your stomach. Supine is on your back, prone is on your stomach. Slowly hop into position. We're just going to do some floor press. In other words, we're going to press off the floor. But what I want you to do is you're only going to press up as high as your hips. I don't want you to push everything off the ground. So watch what I do. I don't want your hands here. It's not a push-up. Hands out front. I push up here. So I'm not trying to do this. Just coming up, rib cage off the ground, and hold. Come to a comfortable position. If that's uncomfortable, put your hands further. Find your range where you just stretch, but you're not in pain. This is a good daily routine, this particular one for your back. Do a few sets of these every day. You can do them in rep form or hold them like this in more of a static form. Let's come down and do one more. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, hold, relax. You can hang your head down. Relax. Okay, from here what we're going to do is a little bit more in the hip area, but this one's also going to stretch the shoulder. So, arm is going to be out, other arm's in here. I'm going to use, I'll hop this way so you can see. I have this arm to push off and this arm flat. I'm trying to work this area and my outside of my hip. So I'm going to reach, kick like a scorpion, reach for this hand. I'm we're gonna hold this position, reaching with this leg as high and as far back as you can, and hold. So you're gonna get some shoulder mobility here, plus hips, your hip flexors. Okay, release slowly. Do the other side. Pull this one in, this hand here, and we're gonna kick over and reach for that hand. Push off this hand. Once you're there, relax, close your eyes. Okay, come back, and we're going to do one more on each side. Hands here, this time hand back in, arm up, reach, and you might get a little bit further. Relax your head, stretch back. You can get a friend to pull your leg back a bit further if you need to. Come back. One more on the other side. Reach. Okay. Come back. We're nearly finished. From here, we're going to push up. Back to our knees, trying to sit heavy on your heels. I'm not going to use all the yoga terms and pretend I'm a yoga instructor, because I'm not. I'm just running you through a stretch. When you're in this position, I want you to sit back tight, but I want you to walk your fingers forward, so you try to get a stretch under here, like so. Now what you're going to do, you're going to get one hand, doesn't matter which one. You're going to bring it across, point your thumb to the roof, to the sky, and you're going to push pressure through this lat area here. Put your chin onto your arm and drive through there, and you're going to feel a big stretch down the side. So thumb to the roof, hold. Hear the kookaburras in the background. If you didn't guess, I'm in Australia. Okay, change. Like a karate chop through the ground, thumb to the sky or roof, wherever you are. Chin on your arm and try and push through this lat area under your armpit. Relax. Okay, from here, up to your hands and knees. We're going to push up tall, big arch to the roof, big cat stretch. Push through your scapula, your shoulder. And then reverse. Sink your chest towards the floor. Push up. And down. Now what we're going to do is try and isolate just the scapula and your spine. We're going to leave your lower back where it is. And we're going to try and press up and down. So we drop our chest through our shoulder blades, chest to the ground. My arms stay straight. I come up. My lower back isn't doing a lot. It's like a scapular release. Down and up. Down. Two more. Up. Down, one more after this, up, down, and up. Okay, push up, just straight legs, straight arms. Those who do yoga would know this and probably do it a lot better than me. Straight legs, straight arms. I'm going to drive my chest towards my toes and push pressure through these shoulders. I'm going to drive down. My legs are straight, my arms are straight. That's the way, hold strong. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now release. Now what we do is, I like always doing this as a finisher. We just go back to this once more. We don't hold for long. We just come back, we'll push to our maximum. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's turn to one side, best you can. You'll find you probably get a little bit further than you did at the start. Pushing forward, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly to the other side. I'll give you a second to get there. Some of you might be a bit slower if you're not as flexible. Okay, leaning forward, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hands down. Slowly come back to here. Now what we're going to finish with is I want you to grab this arm, pull up behind. Just a quick one on this one. Change. Grab the elbow, try and reach down your back. Now from here behind, pull your shoulders back, grab the hands at the back, chest back. To the front, cross over, pull the shoulders forward. Okay, give me a couple of deep breaths. In and again. Give me one more. And there we have it. That's your recovery stretch for today. I will do more of these. Feel free to do this one a couple of times a week. Fairly good whole body stretch on your resting days, so you don't have to do your workout with your mobility and flexibility on the same day, which takes a long time. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep practicing, work on the mobility, work on the flexibility. Until next time, cheers.